wiggies cause I'm off to the hole in the road. I'm wagging off school and I'm off to the city, watching telly all night and I'm not looking pretty. See, I got this job downtown, selling knocked off ladies' watches for £1. For a really dodgy man that I met in a dodgy cafe. You know, he said to me, the girl who sold these yesterday wasn't selling very carefully. Police came along and took her and all my watches away. So if you see some coppers, you grab my stuff and leg it, boy, right away. I'll be in the cafe. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. So it's been a few hours and I haven't sold enough for my bus fare home. Street selling's pretty tough, so I turn on the charm for the lunchtime rush with a smile and a wiggle on my schoolboy touch. So the charm is working in the underground. There's a crowd of men and women gather round. The watches they are going, the money is a flowing. Think I'll take a little extra, stick it in my pocket, spend you later. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I haven't sold a watch for an hour and I'm dying for a slash. I've had enough of this, so I'm off for a piss. Then a quick walk back round to the cafe. Sitting at his table drinking tea. Looks at me suspiciously. Then with a glance at the watch he says, how did you do? He paid me a couple of quid. Then he said, would you like to come and work another day? I said I'd come back down on Friday. And to that he said okay. So with £2 in my pocket and another 5 in my shoe, I nipped down to Castle Market where a man who looks like Leo Sayer is selling pots with cockles and prawns. You make me feel like dancing. Then off back to dinner on the Wiggies and then home. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way.
And good evening, welcome to, I hope you can hear me anyway. That's actual Leo Sayer, said Bleakford Clackey. I don't think it is, but it used to, I don't know if it were, did it? It used to be called Leo Sayers. I remember that anyway. Anybody, I mean, I remember him, Castle Market. That's actual Leo Sayer, says Bleakford Clackington. I don't know about that, but I thought he's a southerner, isn't he? Yeah. At Castle Market, yeah. Oh, right, okay, well, whatever. It's not the actual Leo. I don't think it is anyway. Might have been, but he looked like him, I'll tell you that. And I remember I were a kid. Heath were a kid. Me and Heath were kids at the same time, actually, strangely enough. And he used that's who the song's flogging knocked off ladies' watches for £1 in the hole in the road in Sheffield. Anybody remember that? The hole in the road. We remember that. He used to stand there selling all sorts of crap, really. But he did that instead of going to school because he's doing all right. So anyway, good evening to you. And Stewie said I'm pissed tonight. Don't listen to me. So he's already. So that's a warning from Stewie. So good evening to you, Stewie. I hope you're all right, mate. Are you well? Uh, Dennis Carr, Dinny is there as well. Good evening, Dinny. You saw him earlier on. Here he is with the Queen. Is it? Is that one in it? Here he is with our lovely Queen. Next week he's going to be accompanying her during her Jubilee celebrations, and then he's going to take her to the woods in Germany, where she was born. Probably, I don't fucking know. But anyway, good evening. Evening, Dinny. That's Dinny and the Queen. Oh, Lord. Leo says, giving it all away. It's much better than Roger Daltrey's cover. Giving it all. Oh, right. Okay. Do you know what? I don't know that. I don't know that at all. I don't know that song at all. But I will go and have a look at it. But I'll take your word for it. Evening to Tony, non-violent extremist. Good evening to you. And to Stephen Owens, who put a message in the chat. I didn't realise your dog, before we started, I didn't realise your dog identified as disabled. Well, listen, I just want to tell you, people who, like me, we get offended by the word disabled. We prefer spaz to disabled. We should do it like that anyway. It's fucking much better. Good evening to Paula as well. Sent me a good, a nice text just before we went on air. Good evening to you, Paula. I hope you're okay. I hope they've not rung you ragged or going to run you ragged. I can't quite whether that were happening now or going to be happening or has happened. In other words, but you know what I'm talking about. But if it is, I hope they're not running you ragged and you're doing all right. But at least you'll sleep well after that. After that sort of stuff. Kimmy Panda 95XX, good evening. It's Blame Boris for Everything Day is coming up. We can blame Boris for everything, can't we? He's an scapegoat. Office. We got office bit in there. That's probably just for my wife, not for any of you lot. But he's a bit of a scapegoat for everything, isn't it? But they've probably. It's all right, Stephen. Stephen Owens says, "I apologise, Jace. No offence. I meant to call you Spaz. No offence meant you Spaz. So good. Well done. That's fine. It's good. Good. That's good for me. The old Spaz bit meant yes." Jamie Howe as well. Good evening to you. Paul is in there. There's loads. There's loads of people in there. If I've not mentioned your name, I probably will. During this 2 hours, I'm going to be here for 2 hours. I'm probably going to do it same. I'm going to see if I can get somebody on it second hour. But first hour, I'll probably just sit here and just talk to you a lot for a bit because there's tons of shit going off, isn't there? Look, just like we had on the apologetic Boris, more like, yeah. Non-violent extremist has put £1 of nuts and bolts, £1 of plastic, stick it all in a tumble dryer, and out comes a spastic. You can't say anything like that nowadays, and I agree. You can't. You can't say "oh," can you? But I can see because although I've probably told you this before, but I did once get told off by a doctor when I said "my spaz chariot." I've come down on my spaz chariot and. Oh, you can't say that. I says, well, what do you want me to call it? It's my spaz, it's mine. You say, it can't be. How can I be offending you? You're all right. You've got all your legs and nipples and things. And, I'm down to one leg and only two nipples. So, it's easy for other people to say, but you do generally tend to get away with a lot of stuff when you're in a position like I am and you're walking about with a piece of fucking metal under your fucking stump. People do tend to not bother about it if they think something you've said's offensive. But there are people that will be offended by fucking just about anything, and I have had them. In fact, there were one recently. One with AD a few weeks ago. Somebody got offended. Not with AD. I mean, AD is offensive, obviously, but he wasn't being offensive on that occasion. Half a pound of here we go. It's going pound of tuppenny rice, half a pound of plastic, sticking in a washing machine. Out pops a spastic. See, there we go. These are things we used to say. We used to say these all the time. You call you a spastic. That was just you just call it your mate, a spaz, which is why I still do it now. Was that your song, by the way, Jason? No, it wasn't. It's Heath, my best mate. He wrote that and performed it and sang it and did a video and everything. The video's come down, so I'm going to put a video together for it and put it up on its own on YouTube. So and put some Raconteurs new stuff and that. I don't know because he's. I remember a good video as well, and he's. I must try and see if he's. All right, fuck off. Why does my computer think I want to know things when I'm doing something? It just pops up with shit, doesn't it? It just pops up. Your computer just pops up with just shit then. Just saying, oh, well, by the way, we've just done a thing and no happened. I mean, what's up with that? It's done a scan. We've done a scan and notes up. Well, I didn't need to know then, did I? Just fucking sit in background and do as you're told. If you start popping up and fucking getting me attention, I'm going to start to fucking delete you. Jamie says his aid coming back on soon, Jace. I don't think he's going to be coming back on at all. Not in the foreseeable future. It's his language that's difficult. It's not that he's lost a lot of his language. It's just that sometimes it's difficult for him to think of the correct words and put them in order, if you know what I mean. It's very difficult. He's had a stroke, so obviously we're not in his mind. But just judging from the last nearly it's over 6 months, isn't it? Since I've been 6 months. I've been 8 months. I've been taking him swimming. It doesn't seem. It's not bad, but I think it's as good as it's going to get, and it isn't bad at all. But it's not really conducive to doing something like this, where you're having to think on your feet and talk and stuff like that. It's just slowed him down a little bit too much. So I don't think he'll be back. At some point, but maybe in a couple of years' time, we'll see, and we might be able to get him on. That's if I'm still around in a couple of years' time. Definitely should be. Jamie Howe as well. Good evening to you. I saw somebody in there. Margaret, didn't he talking shit again? Oh yeah, I've got Right, okay. Let me find that. I've got that up. I'll find that up here. Yeah, you can see the raccoon. Steve Owens. Let me just. There we go. Steve, Jason, my wife has requested, if possible, can she see your raccoon if you still have him, her, it, or whatever pronoun is appropriate, please? Yeah, here he is. Colin is called. He now identifies as still a raccoon, which is amazing because all his mates have gone fucking like fucking. What's fucking worse than a raccoon? Yeah, they've all gone rat. His mates have gone rat. So there you go. There you go, Steve Owen's wife. There's a wave from Colin, the raccoon. He's here. He's always here. He's always watching over. So he's never far away when I'm doing a show. So he's always about. There's Colin, and the dog's not got hold of him yet. He's still got his tail, and the hole. Here is the hole where I put. Oh, look at that! You can see inside a raccoon. I'm showing you inside a raccoon. It's good quality, that, you know. Look, it's got a lining and everything. I got it from a puppet company in fucking. I saw them somewhere. But the puppet company, I bought it online, didn't I? I did. I bought it online. But there you go. There you go. There's Colin the raccoon. He's our mascot. He's not been on for quite a while, so I will have to. Do you know what? He needs to be somewhere in this picture, Tony. If you could, like, you know, stick him in somewhere. I'll load him up just so that you can get a screenshot or something like that, and then we can perhaps, you know, and don't forget his bushy tail. There we go. Hey, there. So Colin, yeah, he needs to be on there permanently. He's here. He's sat here. He's all right. He does stuff during the show. I think he writes letters and stuff like correspondence, and you know, he writes strongly. I know that he's a bit of a fan of stuff. So I think he She's welcome, and you are as well, Steve. And hugs back to you from me and mine. But let's not go there because we're not fucking chucking keys in bowl yet. That raccoon will have its Me Too moment. Yeah, it will do. Yeah, it will do. Poor raccoon fisted live on air. Jesus, where's Watson? Watson's down here. Watson's down here. He's having a rest. He's just been irritating for a bit. Bring back Joey Deacon, says CMB. I remember Joey Deacon. Anybody not remember Joey Deacon? That's when the name Joey became a derogatory term. You call somebody a Joey. You'd say you fucking at school. You go, you fucking Joey. And everyone knew what you meant because they were on Blue Peter fucking every pair of plates. He were one of them. He were one of them they wheeled out. He were like a celebrity handicapped. So yeah. Who remembers Bing Hitler? Bing Hitler, I don't remember him. It will start an OnlyFans for horny raccoons and furries. Yeah, fantastic. This is all good stuff. It's Friday night stuff. Let me just quickly have a. No Hitler in here, Tony. No, we're not allowed Hitler. In fact, he's probably with his grandma tonight. Hitler. I don't know if you were listening on Tuesday, but he went a bit fucking strange and started saying that he wanted to be a National Socialist. And yeah, well, anyway, he's not here. He's with his money, his grandma, his Grammy, and they'll be away doing stuff unless he's in chat room or listening or whatever. You never know. Anyway, if you are Taylor, good evening, mate. I've heard of Frank Sinase. Frank Sinase. Yeah, but going back to old days when they did have that, didn't they? The crippled cross-dressing cave. I don't get that. Colleen the crippled cross-dressing cave. Yeah, but yeah, Joey Deacon. Remember, everyone knows what that meant. Hey up, Jim. Jim's nearly forgot show and is praising Telegram because he's just got home. So there you go, Jim. Second hour, mate. If you're up for it, it's always good to get you on because there's been stuff going off. I know that there's been this shooting incident in Texas. But before that, let's get back to celebrity handicaps. Like we've had Stephen Hawking, haven't we? We've had Joey Deacon, who owned Blue Peter fucking every pair of plates. When it were around about that time when they used to want your milk bottle tops. Remember that? Fuck knows what they were doing with them. Someone at BBC, they were probably fucking making fucking miniature tinfoil hats for dwarfs for years to come. But I don't know what they were doing with that fucking tinfoil. But they got this guy Joey Deacon on. And he was like the celebrity handicapped, and it's sort of we were a pretty decent thing, at the time. Because you never really saw anybody. There were a couple of deaf kids in our school, but you never really saw anybody that were they were all sort of put away. They weren't put away, but they were sort of in their houses or. So it were pretty good to find out that there were that sort of people because there were a lot of people that might have had siblings like that at home. That were disabled. So it was a pretty good thing at the time, but they just kept bringing him out all the time and asking him questions. And that didn't work really, because all they could do was go, like that. So they're asking him a question and then they're fucking pretending they know answer. So really, what an easy interview that is. You just ask somebody a fucking question, they just make some fucking noise, and then you go, right, yeah, as if you fucking understood what he's saying. And you think to yourself, what's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? I just don't get it. Don't get it. yeah. But we had, and then you get the ones. I remember this one. I just want to bring this up. I can't remember this woman's name. But there were a woman. It was quite a few years ago. Because I remember it was in my old life. And I don't know whether it was local to Sheffield, but there was this woman. It was a terrible story. She got terminal skin cancer, and she was doing all this stuff raising awareness and doing all this, So she was doing fucking marathons. So she's fit as a fiddle. She's doing marathons. And I think it were a Yorkshire thing because she were always on like Yorkshire news. So she would do Jane Tomlinson, that were her name. Do you remember her, love? Yeah. So Jane Tomlinson, that were her name. And she got anyway. It's so she's doing all this stuff. This is how people are. This is how fucking people are, right? This is what irritates me about everybody, not just fucking people that are mongs, mainstream zombies. I mean, fucking everybody. This is what fucking bothers me about every fucker, is that they've got this woman out. It don't matter. She got skin cancer. She were terminally ill, but it was taking a long time for her to die. I mean, I wonder why she was keeping herself fit and running marathons and raising money and doing all this thing. And then I remember there were a news story. Oh, I heard it on radio or something, and I remember that she'd come into somebody had been criticizing her, or people had been attacking her because she weren't fucking dead yet, and they were like saying, well, you're supposed to be fucking dead. You're supposed to be cancer with terminal cancer, and people were saying, why she's not dead yet? It's obviously fucking a hoax, or it's obviously she's not really got it. It's just some shit, just shit like that. And not long after that, she died. So they got the fucking wish. But that's just sort of what sort of people we're fucking dealing with as human beings. That's the one. That's instead of trying to fucking be a better person, just try not to be that fucking person that's saying to somebody, "Why aren't you fucking dead?" Right? Don't be that. Especially, well, I mean, she got kids and fucking all sorts. But anyway, that's the cancer charity shit, Tony. I fucking hate it. Absolutely despise it. I think they fucking get. It's like they inject good people with fucking shit. Oh, I can't say that, can I? Yeah, but the cancer charities, it gets hijacked. The people are taken over. People's good intentions and people's guilt sometimes, because they'll feel guilty, and that's why they're doing it. There's somebody that a relative or something's died of cancer, and then people will often do, oh well, actually I feel a bit guilty because I didn't quite spend enough time, or I weren't there, and any number of guilt, because that's what as humans, that's what we do. We feel guilty about stuff, and so people then want to go out and do something that then makes them feel as though they're contributing to that person's life more than they did when they were alive. That's what they're trying to do. That's it. It's a natural thing for everybody to do. Everybody would want to do it. And everybody, when they lose somebody, feels a certain amount of guilt. And this is who they're exposing. So they're exposing people that have got perhaps a little bit of guilt inside them. It's not justified. They've not done anything wrong. They just feel as though they perhaps should have been there. Perhaps there were more they could have done. And so then they get fucking told to go and run round and fucking fall over in mud and do all that shit. And they're all fucking stood there. Count it fucking wedge. Here they go. Yeah. Count it fucking wedge. It's all there. Don't worry about it. This is what I don't like that. I don't like that at all either. Right. So I listen, this is not me saying that we shouldn't be cynical of charities. I think we should. Charities, I think, are should be the organisations we should be most cynical of. Government shouldn't be. We shouldn't be most cynical of, but we have to be, because of the way that they carry on, the way that we let them get away with it without nicking our money and fucking nicking our money and then getting it. Look at £1 billion that's been spent on Jubilee. £1 billion being spent on the Jubilee. Now, that would mean £38,000 per household. So if that £1 billion, instead of being wasted on silly fucking shit for a woman that can afford her own fucking party, right? It's my mother's birthday party tomorrow night. I'm going to it. She's 70. They're paying for it themselves. It's not, you're not paying for it. They're paying for it themselves. We're going along. So, why can't she pay for her own? But no, it's £1 billion. That's £38,000 for each household. That's 26 million households, £1 billion, 38 grand. And don't get me started on the fucking 3 billion that we've got to Ukraine. Fucking Ukraine, we can just get it out. We just go, hey, tell you what, just fucking credit yourself with fucking 3 billion. We'll take it off ours. No, Jubilee next week. It means that we can't. It means that we can't go swimming next week because there's all Jubilee shit going on. They've got like shit going on everywhere, and like it's kids' holidays anyway. So it's kids' holidays anyway, so we won't be going because fucking you don't want to be in a swimming pool when fucking kids are there. Fucking night. Hope your mum has a lovely night, Jay. She deserves it. My mum's 80 next year. Whew. See, that's the thing. My mum had me when she was 17. And she's 70. So I'm 52. I was 52 last month. She was, so back then she was still 69. So 17 years. 17 she was when I was born. So, which is quite incredible. But yeah, it'll be good. It's going to be good. I'm sure she'll pass 80. She's as fit as a fucking fiddle. My mother. Black Dahlia says my mum's 90 next year. See, there you go. This is what we need to hold on to these, to us people, and keep hold of them as long as and don't listen. Just make sure you don't feel guilty. Just make sure you don't have to be there all fucking time. Just make sure you don't feel guilty when they're not there anymore. That's the only thing. That's all you can do. Because if you feel guilty, you're going to be fucking have some cunt taking advantage of you by getting you to run round in a field, get naked, fucking roll around in mud, and then fleece all the fucking mates, rinse all the mates for some shit. Eek, my missus is 87 this year. Fucking hell, nice one, Kendo. 87. How old are you then, Kendo? You must be about 104 then. Cherisher J says, Stewie, yeah, well, all I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I don't feel guilty afterwards. When it's all over, should, they go first, or I'm just making sure that I don't feel guilty. That's all you can do. Make sure you don't feel guilty afterwards. If you're making sure you're not feeling guilty afterwards, you've not done wrong before. And you've given enough of what you were, of what you wanted to, of yourself. It's all been evened out. Don't feel guilty. That's all you can do. She wishes she hadn't had a vax now, like Dahlia says. Oh, yeah, I bet she is. Mick Ramo, my mum got to 83. Nice one, Mick. So see, 83 is not bad. If I make 80, I'll be fucking. If I make 80, I'll be fucking thinking it's a miracle and like thinking, well, what do I have to do to die? Fuck's sake, I've tried all sorts of stuff. None of it's fucking worked. What are we going to do now? You just can't kill yourself, can you? That's fucking just a right waste, isn't it? You might as well, it's like fucking doing a Rubik's Cube, getting to end and then thinking, just getting to the last lane, just, fuck it, I'll just fucking not bother. So, yeah, you've listened. If you get just make sure when you've got people in your life, your family and stuff like that, just make sure you're not going to feel guilty. If you're not talking to somebody, just talk to them. Just make sure you're not going to feel guilty afterwards, because that's what is going to be a problem, because then you're going to think you've done something wrong. And people will do anyway, but the more that you try to alleviate that, then the better it's going to be for yourself or for anybody, some people you leave behind. Quality, not quantity of life, I prefer. Yeah, we seem to be sacrificing a bit of quality for quantity. We seem to have done that over the last few years. They'll say, people are living longer and what have you, but it's the quality of life that it's no use being fucking 96 in a thing where you're being fed in no, I mean, there's some 96-year-olds that are up and about, but if you're 96 and you've spent last 10 years in the same chair, shitting and pissing in fucking same nappy, that's no quality of life, is it? So, yeah, quantity. Quality is better than quantity. Easy. Fuck 80, I'm going to me hundreds, me, says Stewie. Well, they do say that the first person that's going to live to 150 has already been born. I think I am that human. No, nothing? No. Bastard. Literally nothing? Is that all you can say? Literally nothing? That's terrible. It's literally terrible. Danny Holmes. Brilliant. I don't. Kimmy Panda 95XX says I don't want to live forever. Quite the opposite. I want to go as gracefully as possible. Yeah, I mean nobody wants to live forever, do they? Do you really want to live forever? I mean, it'd be interesting to see. Just go and have a look, and then go, now fuck that. You know, someone says to you, "Yeah, I tell you what, here's a sneak preview. You can go and out. You can live. Here's a pill you can live forever, and here's a pill where you can go to whatever part of the future you want to, and you can go and have a look round and spend a week there as a holiday, and then come back, and then die. What are you doing? You're not living forever, are you? Fuck that. You want to go and check it out first, and then come back and go, wow, you still got that other pill? Is it like, is it kind of changed my mind? I've still, yeah. Red pill, blue pill. Dinny says he's coming back as a monkey to give us all pox, I suppose. Sorry, that were a bit easy, weren't it? A bit too easy. The Bible begs to differ on the oldest person. The Bible, though, I mean, just let's just have a. I know, look, I've got no against Bible at all, right? But it's a fucking book, and it's been around for a long time. And the people that are in fucking charge now, would it fucking actually surprise you to think that they thought, get some ideas out of this book, and then we start making that look like it's happening, and people are going to fucking go, oh my god, and there's going to be some sort of. Don't you think that? It just. 969 was the highest age in the Bible. 969. See, who would want to live fucking 969 years? I'm knackered now. I'm only 52. I've only got one fucking leg. I've got another 900 and fucking 17 years or something. Yeah. 917 years I've got left with one fucking leg. Fuck that. Jesus Christ. Mind you, there might have some good legs in future. But I won't get one, will I? They won't be for people like me, or you. They'll be for people. They'll be for people that are special. I'm so glad Uni's not here. Then when I said that, Newbean says that Denny, you'll teach your monkey pals to drink beer and avoid pox. Think of the darned cards, lol. I used to think that, Jace, until personal experience changed that, mate. Listen, I've got no problem whatsoever. I think that anybody is entitled to believe and do what they want. I just see that when it doesn't do anybody any good. Just take Webby for a start. It's not done him any good. When he tells us that he knows about the Lord Jesus Christ and about Revelations, you tell me that he's fucking doing all right. It's not. It's not bringing him any harm. He's just searching for something that he thinks is in religion, and it's not. Whatever. That's what I think, and that's my opinion of the situation. It's just whatever your own experience is. That's perfectly fine. My experiences are probably different. Listen, I'm not saying there's no God. I'm not saying there isn't a creator. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just talking about this organized religion stuff. This book that's been around 2,000 years on this planet, that's supposedly been around for billions of years. So if this book 2,000 years ago, you've got to, to take it literally. You've got to really believe it, and it's just a belief that without any experience, I can't go down, can I? I can't believe it until I get that experience. But if you've had your experience and you found Jesus, then good luck to you. Just great, just fucking brilliant. So yeah, best wishes to Webby. Thanks, Stewie. Best wishes to Webby. But look, I should have probably kept my mouth shut, but I like to be honest. And that's no disrespect to Webby at all, or anybody who's got beliefs. It's fine. I wasn't searching, Jace, but each to their own. No offense to listen. It's great as long as we can all be happy and be here and enjoying each other's company. That's we can disagree all we want, but it's not gonna get anybody any no further by just arguing about it. So I've made my point. Let's go on to what's been going on. A year ago, I was thinking to myself before the show, because believe it or not, but I had 2 words written down for tonight's show. That's it. I had 2 words written down, and I don't know what they mean now. One said, in fact, no, not 2 words. In fact, I saw this other day. Oh God, what were it? Fuck. It was funny as fuck, and I wanted to tell you. I should have written it down. I saw it and I thought, oh my God, that's just fucking hilarious. Anyway, so I've written 2 things down because, and I don't know what they are. So I've not come up with it, but I was thinking about it before, and I thought it's about time we revisited the death, the death sweep, weren't it? Because we've had a few. The book was written when the people believed the Earth was flat. See, there you go. I believe that. I don't believe. I can't disagree with somebody who tells me that the Earth's flat. I can't disagree with somebody who tells me it's a globe, but it looks flat to me. Your personal experience. This is what I think the flat Earth's all about. It's about getting you to your instincts that are there that have protected you for all these years. It's getting you to fucking think now. Fuck them, they're wank. This is not a flat. This is flat. I'm on a fucking ball, you idiot. And we're spinning round all over the fucking place. You know, look, we've got these mathematics here. It proves it. It proves it. And it also proves that bumblebees can't fly. So fucking go on then. Fucking any time you see a bumblebee, it's not real. It's not there. It's your imagination. Because bumblebees can't fly, according to science. Yeah. It's the Earth is flat. Jesus ironed it out. Automatic weapons like AR-15s are terrible if you're American, but great if you're Ukrainian. Yeah, I agree with that, BB Bezo. That shooting, we'll talk about that. It's a shame that man, he won't have fucking looked anyway, will he? We might get something from Jimmy in second hour about that. It happened as we were on air on Tuesday. On Tuesday, the shooting in Texas. Now, I don't know all about it, but all I did is I didn't Google it. In fact, I just looked on pictures. And I'm trying to work out. I've just looked on pictures and I can't work out who this kid is. Who's gone fating with his gun into school. Birds are robots. I don't know if are birds robots? That might be an idea. The auto should have let Hopkins eat his brains. Okay. Yeah, so that happened on Tuesday night as we were on air. So it was broken by Taylor Bumler here on Raconteurs News. Free Raconteurs News, by the way. Free Raconteurs News. It was shooting outside. He was shooting outside the school for 12 minutes. Right. Okay. See, this is. I don't know all about this. This is why we'll get Jimmy on in second hour. Come on, Jimmy, in second hour, and I'll we'll have a talk about it. You could tell us what's gone on because I didn't really look at it. I'm not. You see, that's the thing is I don't like. I don't. It's no to do with me. I know I do this, and I should really fucking look at media. I should look at what they're saying and look at what they're doing. But it really just fucking. I feel that I'm probably better off trying to just help people and just talk to people and just like help myself get through it and hopefully help you get through it, because it's fucking nonsense. But did it happen? I don't know. This is what I mean. I don't know whether it happened because I've not really looked into it. But I just had a quick look, and there were two different pictures at Shooter, and they don't look the same to me. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's gone off. I don't know what went on. I know that there's they're pretty. This is the thing with school shootings, and this is where the genius of it all is. The genius of what they're doing. The big picture. The big picture is that we've just had Alex Jones, and he's just been sued for however many millions by the parents of the Sandy Hook children, right? Now, when he was making his claims and when he was saying that it was staged and that nobody did all this sort of stuff, whatever he said that, he's always saying, I'll go into court and then I've got my day in court and I can say what I can do. I can bring in evidence and all this sort of shit. And none of that happened. He just went to court and got fucking sued and lost a load of money, and then started asking. Well, I'm assuming he asked people. I don't know. I'm not going to accuse him of that. But anyway, he lost, and he lost millions and millions of dollars. Now, then this happens. 8 months, a year later, this has happened, and nobody's going to say, "Oh." Nobody's going to be. You're not going to get anybody. You're not going to get anybody saying that it weren't happening. You're going to get certain people, but you'll know who they are and you'll know why they're saying it. But anybody that says that there's anything wrong, and now I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Really don't know about this new one. I know what I think about Sandy Hook, but I'm going to keep that to myself. But yeah, it's. I don't know. But it's another hurdle to get over. People have got to get over that mental hurdle that they can't say it. If they've got the suspicions, they're going to think twice about bringing something out and making a YouTube video. YouTube videos don't get what they used to get. Like Loose Change got 200 million views. Loose Change. That's conservatively. That's just one copy, one particular edition of it. Over 200 million views. Don't get that anymore. Not in this game. For a start, you're not on YouTube, and if you're saying anything remotely controversial and not being clever about it, then you're just gonna get booted off. And look, it don't take no. You've seen what happens. So there are people that aren't going to do that. Again, it's another hurdle people to get over mentally. So I don't know, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that with Jimmy in second hour. After I'll play a tune in a bit, because it's a boy from a boy from Sheffield. You're watching Raconteurs News. See, he fucking bit me again, love. What do you mean, who did? Who's going to have bit me in this house? When did he bite you? Oh, the week. See, this is what she's doing. She's behind here eavesdropping on me. The eclipse of 2024 will be a blast. Ah, good. Annette's in there. I think Annette is from Texas. 288 school shootings in the USA in the last 12 years. Wow. Thanks, Annette. I think you're in Texas, aren't you, Annette? Annette's a listener who's made a comment a couple of times, and once or twice I think she said hello from Texas. So I think, if I'm right, anyway, hello to you, Annette, and hello to Texas as well. And I hope that everything's all right over there. But we know, look, the thing is that we know that they're going to. It's a dance. If they're going to try. They're going to use this, whether it were real or not. It's going to be used for gun control. It's going to be used for another campaign for gun control. That's all they want. There were a guy on a fucking football. Oh, I've got to find this. If somebody knows, will you tell me who it was? But there's a football coach, a American football coach, who yesterday started saying something, and he all went on his in his fucking as in a press conference that's so he's supposed to be talking about football, and the fucking he starts going on about fucking guns and all that sort of stuff, and gun control and all that. So all these people fucking you don't know whether they're virtual signaling, whether they've been paid to say that, or whether it's actually what they think. I mean, it could be what they think if you think about it. It could be exactly what they think. But anyway, it's going to be used as that. So you're on this ground that's a bit puddingy. It's a bit spongy. Uni. It's a bit spongy and puddingy. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to find out that, but I think that's what's going to be happening anyway. From now on. It's going to be more and more difficult, not to find out what's going off or what to find out any details. It's going to be more difficult for anybody to be able to view it, if you know what I mean. It's not going to be as available. It's not going to be as accessible. When stuff are on YouTube, it's accessible. A normal person's got YouTube on their app on the phone or on the tablet or on the fucking suppository. You know, do that, and fucking make that tablet of yours into a suppository in a minute and shove it up your fucking arse. Can you see? I got in a bit of a mood today. Oh, I think I got caught speeding and all. Bastard. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. Fucking wankers. I will go into. Sorry, I'm just telling my wife something. It's a story that I really need to fucking tell her because it did my fucking head. We're driving into Kilmarsh, and you know that fucking little bridge? Yeah. Well, something had fucking crashed on there, hadn't it? So it all shut off. So I had to fucking turn around. I rung Adi up and I says, I'm on my fucking way. But obviously, to get into Kilmarsh, it's like fucking right way round. So I had to fucking go a right fucking way round, and right middle of fuck allshire, right in fucking fuck allshire, and there's this fucking suddenly a school there. It's a private school, right? It's a private school, and it's got a fucking speed van, camera van out. It was like nearly quarter to fucking 12. Speed camera van out right outside it, and I don't know how fucking fast I were going. I don't know how fucking fast road was supposed to be because there were no signs or fuck all. Ooh, fucking livid. I think I fucking got caught. Well, yeah, car's going back Monday, so yeah, they can fuck off. I'll just say it with somebody else. Anyway, yeah. What were I saying before that? We've forgot now. We forgot. What we were talking about that thing. We'll get on with Jimmy in the second hour. We'll get on with that. We're talking about that, and we'll talk about Ukraine. But I don't think it's happening in Ukraine. I think they've like fucking just won Eurovision Song Contest. And that's all it were to do. They just did that. They engineered the whole fucking thing. Now then, Putin, we nip over to our place and pretend you're fucking invading. We just want to win Eurovision Song Contest. You know what fucking top prize is? 1,000 quid. We're fucking having that. Yes. I will do that for you. That was fucking terrible, Putin, weren't it? It was more like Boris Yeltsin. Yeah. So we'll talk about that in second hour. We're talking about fucking lucky. It is lucky I weren't in Leeds' Porsche. By the way, I've not heard from Leeds all week, so if you're listening, mate, Stuart, just give us a ring whenever you're ready, whenever you feel up to it, mate. But not right now, no, because I'm in middle of summer. I've got stuff on. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes, we'll do all that in second hour. Death sweep, because we've been talking about it now. Let's not talk about, in fact, whatever, it's me that's going to be saying stuff that's going to get us banned. So I'm all right. But we've had some more deaths. So who didn't have in the... See, I can't understand. I don't know if this were fucking... I said this out about this at the time. But Dot Cotton's fucking died in 2022. I mean, I thought she was fucking dead yonks ago. She was smoking. She looked like she were a fucking skeleton in fucking 1986 with a fag hanging out of her mouth all the time. Yeah? Dot Cotton fucking dies. Logan Long has died at age 34. Do you know who Logan Long is? Well, my wife's acting as a, like, as your voice. No, Logan Long is a porn star. He was a very talented porn star, apparently. Well, you see, that's what I thought. That was a very, very good name to be a porn star. They always seem to have appropriate names, porn stars. I don't know how they do it. Like, do you like when your kid's born and you look down and you think, because I've only ever had a girl, so I were only there when a girl was being born. So, but do they go like, oh, wow, look at that schlong there. He's got a great schlong on him. Fucking hell, we're going to have to call him something like, it's going to look good on front page of a fucking triplex thing. Magazine. We'll call him Alan Girth. Yeah, Alan Girth. That'd be my porno name. What would your porno name be? Tell us your porno name. Mine would be Alan Girth. Or Skin Sore. Because they always have good names, don't they? Like, sometimes the American names are good. They have like fucking, I don't know, fucking Brick is a name, innit, in America? Brick. I mean, fucking hell, you've got to be right hard to be called Brick, haven't you? Fucking hell. But yeah, they have all them fucking good names. Chuck and fucking Chuck. I mean, Chuck. Over here, it's just throwing something away. But over there, it's like a whole culture. It's amazing. It's amazing. Rip Torn. He's a bloke, innit? Rip Torn. See, Rip. See, these are good fucking porno names that are going underused. I'll hazard a guess at New Being. I'd say he was an adult entertainer. He was an adult entertainer, yes. He was, Kendo Taylor's Clint Pump. Mascara Snake. Jimmy Hagan is the organ grinder. Mascara Snake is Stu Masant. Stu Masant, I don't get that. Stu Masant. Stu Masant. Anyway, I don't get that one. Someone might, But Clint Pump's good. Organ grinder, it's a bit gay, innit? I mean, grinder's a gay thing. You can't really be a porn star unless you're a gay porn star. I don't know whether you are, Jimmy, but you can't have a gay porn. You can't have a porn star with name Grinder. You think fucking hell, you had some rate hammer, wouldn't you? A New Being, messed up ego equals mind control. I haven't looked into it at all. Good. Having low, swing low, swing low, swing low. Bleakford Clackington. My poor name is Bibi Rebozo, says Reby Rebozo. Bibi Rebozo. Nice one. David is says lesbi friends. Gastar Bum says fan my fanny. See, this is just getting Molly Moist, says Paula. Jimmy is gay lol, says Dinner. There you go. Yeah, he's the organ grinder. He's the organ on grinder. That's what we should call him from now on. The organ on grinder. Helmet split. Listen, let's not get him angry. Helmet split. Mike Oxlong. This is so fucking childish. Mike Oxlong. Yes, Brown Hatter. No, that's Jimmy. Been called a lot gay, but gay only been called once. Listen, that was Dinny, that. You know what Dinny's like? He'd call anybody gay. Horse Bleakford Clackington says. Bishop Basher. I see that's a DIY porno, isn't it? That Bishop Basher. Viagra Boner. Non-violent, that's Tony. Dinny Low Loader. Yeah. Round the back loader for you, Dinny. Paula Shirley Spanked Me. Being a veggie, I have corn name. A corn name. All right. Oh, so a vegetarian porn star with a corn name. Corn. You know that corn shit. False fillets. See, that works as well, doesn't it? It means pretend tits as well. The Great Dane, says New Being. You're Swedish, aren't you? I thought you were Swedish. In Sweden, anyway. That's Peter Schmeichel. Anyway, where were we going with this anyway? What were we fucking talking about? And we started talking about fucking banana tits. And Dinny will be telling us in a bit how he don't like fucking pokey face women, whatever that is. Pokey face women, he were telling us overnight. He don't like them. He fucking hates them. So if you've got a pokey face, you don't show it to Dinny. You know, I'm telling you, man, he'll rip it right off your head here and then. Long John Thomas says, Long John Thomas says Kendo. Oh dear. Banana tits, I have a big un. Yo, Resi. Vegetarian porn name is Lettuce Have It. Let us have it. My uncle worked with a guy called Ivor Horn. Do you know, my dad had his mate that I think were he weren't a mate from school, but he when I were a kid, he used to fix tellies, and his name was Graham Stiff, so his name was Stiffy. His nickname, called him Stiffy, so he would have worked, wouldn't it? Graham Stiff. I mean, that makes a good fucking porn name, doesn't it? Graham Stiff. Well, the Graham bit's like it's irony and it's ironic, isn't it? It's like, when you get one of them things on telly where you tell you who's got pneumonia. And there's always a little kid, a little black kid that's called fucking Dave or something, or Alan. You know what I mean? Fucking Alan. So it's like, yeah, Graham works. Graham Stiff. I like that. I never trust a woman with pokey face and banana tits, says Dinny. He said that overnight. Oh, well, he don't even know. He couldn't even describe what a pokey face were. Do you know what? We were talking about dead people, weren't we? Because he's died, old Logan Long. Logan Long. Liverism V. Logan Long, he's dead. And he can't get fucking coffin fucking lid down. Never mind. It's about time he fucking did something right here. We got Steve Owen says, I have a local joinery company called P. Ennis. Guess he likes working with wood. Yep, true. Loads of them. Loads of good stuff. Max Shaggingbottom. Porn names. The Ginger Minger. Evening all. Tit and Bum Tabloid. Good evening to you, Tit and Bum Tabloid. A new name there in the chat room. And also, if you're not in chat room and you're listening at home and you're sat there listening at home, hello to you and people watching after it's finished or in ages time. You are looking into the past, whatever past it is away. Talking of passed away, Alec Baldwin's mother's dead. I don't know if he shot her, but she was in her 90s apparently. I don't think he shot her. I think she just were right old and decided, I've had enough. And Andy Fletcher out of Depeche Mode as well. He's died, hasn't he? 60 years old. I've got my cousin John who got in touch with me when I were in hospital having my leg amputated. Wrote me a really nice letter. He used to be mates with them. So, and he's a bit younger, but younger than 60. He's about 55, 56, something like that. But yeah, he's died him out of Depeche Mode. Oh dear, he didn't shoot her. No, I don't think he'd shoot her. Max Shaggingbottom, I said that. Oh well, he can always shoot his wife then. Ray Loiter as well. Is it Loiter or it's not Lolita, is it? That's a fucking different ball game when it comes to the old films. But he's died as well. So there's an actor, he's died in his sleep, age 67. Depeche Mode guy, Andy Fletcher, he's died age 60 in his sleep as well. Another one. Alec Baldwin's mother has died. To shame, probably. I don't know. Not really. Just fucking messing about. And Doc Cotton, I noticed. I was looking actually at some up here. Oh no, I got rid of it. Yeah, so there you go. That's who you should have had in the death sweep. Unfortunately, the death sweep has not been claimed yet. Anybody that's in the book, or if I can find you on a piece of paper and somebody dies and you've said that name, you are going to win a prize. Probably a t-shirt with the logo on the back. A Raconteurs News t-shirt with the logo on the back. Like this one. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'll do with it. I'll get away on death sweep. So if your fucking gig dies, that's back. That's back. I'm sorry, you went on the wrong side. Good quality t-shirts, Sam. If your nominee dies, then and you've nominated them, you need to claim it first. If you call out and go bingo, then that's what you've got to do. You've got to claim it. Dave Garn died for several minutes with an overdose. I don't know who Dave Garn is. Who's Dave Garn? I've not heard of him. Dude from Depeche. Oh, yeah, dude. Sorry. Ray Liotta got clipped for that Billy Bats thing. Billy was made man. Was a made man. All right, okay. I don't know what that means. Michael Barrymore or Alan Carr. You can't have an out and or. You have to just have one. And we'll do I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll do a dedicated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an hour. We're going to start it again, right? From scratch. Okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to do it I'm just going to do one live bit, one night for an hour and just get everybody. So I'm going to tell everybody that it's coming up. So make sure you're there if you want to be involved. And I will write down everybody's in a neat way so that I can fucking find it instead of having it on about 6 pieces of fucking paper and 3 books that I've got as it is at the moment. So that's going to be coming soon. I'm going to set some rules up as well so that like we can't have there's got to be an age limit on this. You can't have a fucking 99-year-old man. Or I think we should do it under. Let's go under 70, shall we say? Anybody who under 70. Billy Bats, okay. Anybody under 70, I think your mark has got to be under 70. See, we don't want to Royals and all. Yeah, you can have a Royal as long as we're under fucking 70. You can have fucking Boris Johnson and then go and shoot him to win a t-shirt. Somebody might do that. I don't endorse that, by the way. Here on Raconteurs News, I would not endorse that. To win a t-shirt. And there'll only be another fucking one anyway, straight after. How old is Rod Stewart? Rod Stewart must be older than 70. It's got to be, hasn't it? But anyway, we're going to do that. I'm going to do a show. I'm going to make it on a different night, but I'm just going to do like an hour on a different night. And I'm going to do an hour, and everybody who's on there can have a go, and they'll all be in the book, and then I'm going to close that down. I'm not going to add to it afterwards, okay? So it's everybody who's in there is in there, and then anybody that's not, then you're going to have to wait till next round until somebody's won it, okay? So we'll do that, okay? That sounds like fairness to me. So probably next week. Jubilee, we might do it on Jubilee Day. Is that Thursday? I might do it Thursday next week. Thursday next week for an hour at 8 o'clock and get it all written down. I'll bring a Kelvin Broomfondle. I'll bring somebody to take the minutes and we'll get it done. Yes. So next Thursday, I'm gonna do pencil that in for Thursday at 8 o'clock next week, and I'll put whatever on different places. But I'm going to just take them on that show. I'm not taking them on any other shows, and I'm not going to take them on any like Telegram or on forum or anything like that. I'm just going to take them as they are. Anyway, let's play a fucking record. What we got here? Right, we're going to have a record, and then I shall be back. I'm going to do another hour, get Jimmy on show. In fact, I'm going to put the thing in while this record plays. So if you want to join in, if I don't put it on straight away, it's not. You just wait. If you can wait, you'll be able to listen and everything. But I'll be fucking about. So anyway, back in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Here is. Okay, I've fucking got that many mouses here, you know. Yeah. Here's a record. Back in a minute.
I'm gonna have some fun with this one here. Woo-hoo! In the morning, when I wake up, all I want is Mary Joanna. In the evening, when I'm thinking, all I want is Mary Joanna. If you look in my eyes, you will see what I've done. Every minute, every hour of every day. But life is like a smoke. In the end, I'm gonna choke. So all I do is live my life from day to day.
Oh my God, you know you better watch yourself because I know you're waiting on that one. Cause I'm telling you concern none. Cause you know the one that I take off away and you let me see you do that run. Run the one that they clan and the one that done. Cause I know you cannot be me now what you wanna do. Cause I'm about to break down me cause only cause you know you cannot fade me now that you wanna. You better back it down now because I'm telling you what bar, bun bar, can I wonder. Because you know you like the way you put that pick up. Cause I'm telling all you fools what happened. And in a mercy. Now what you wanna do and in a mercy. Now what you wanna do and in a mercy. Now what you wanna do and in a mercy.
If you look in my eyes, you will see what I've done. Every minute, every hour of every day. But life is like a smoke. In the end, I'm gonna choke. So all I do is live my life from day to day. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, then you pass it to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll it, poke it, roach it, smoke it, then you pass it to me.
Come on, baby girl, let's get it going on. I'ma hit the highway and do it my way. It ain't no game, girl, so I don't play games. I keep it up straight, right up in your face. So make your mind up, cause life is too short. I got the vest on, boy, put your belt on. Stop acting all cool like Kanye West, boy. You be riding through the wire and the camera get on fire. You don't want that, no, I don't want that, no. This goes out to pimps and chicks, so slow. Hit the backseat when you're doing the licking, kissing, squeezing. Do the damn thing, man.
You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll. I want it, roach it, smoke Mary Joanna to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, roll. I want it, roach it, smoke Mary Joanna to me. You got to lick it, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, all I want is roach it, smoke Mary Joanna to me. In the evening, stick it, bend it, crease it, stack it, burn it, pack it, all I want is roach it, smoke Mary Joanna to me.
There you go. That's Heath. Marijuana. That's the 2016 version of that. There's some others. Well, I can't remember actually. Anyway, it's Heath West, my old mate, who I went to school with, and that, and so it's all copyright free. You copyright bastards at YouTube. Right. Well, Jimmy's not arrived yet. I'll put the thing in again. Oh, here he is. He's got here now. He's arrived. He's arrived. It's alive. It's alive. Evening. How you doing, mate?
As always, Jay, happy out, in good form, enjoying the summer, it's a little bit cool still, there's a little bit of a bite in the wind still, but look, the sun when it's out and it decides to show its face, it's beautiful out there,
Yeah, it's been nice here as well. We've been I've been out with Ada, like I said today. It's been a bit shit today, but yeah, a bit rainy. But yeah, overall, it's nice that summer's here, and it winter just seems we've had like fucking years of winter.
But summer's just not quite here yet. We still have a few more days to go, 3 more days to go. So, or is it 4? June and November, 30 days. 30. I think 4 more days to go till summer.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, 31. Yeah, 31 days in May.
Yeah, I do always have to say that little rhyme out. 30 days, September, April, June, November. I always have to do that rhyme because I just it doesn't come natural to me.
No, me neither. Me neither. What's been going on in Texas then? What's your understanding of it? Because, like I say, I've been trying to avoid it really, more for my own sanity than all else. But I don't mind talking about it here.
Yeah. But by the way, is the audio okay? Is this?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I made a few adjustments, but Texas. Oh God, what a fuck up. What a fuck up, man. That's all I can say is this kid that went on the fucking rampage there, he should have been flagged and he should have been stuck into a mental asylum a couple of years ago. I mean, this kid has a history of threatening to shoot up fucking schools, right? And so like this kid should have been a high priority target, right? And taken out of the fucking scene completely about maybe 2 years ago. Because he had made, and I mean, like, what it's like on social media, right? These days, if you even dare to mention, if you mention that, right, you're gone, right? But yet, like, a kid can come up and put out on social media that he's going to shoot a fucking school up, right? And just get free reign and still be allowed to go out and buy a firearm,
Yeah.
And that's just one fucking part of what's wrong with what's going on in that.
So go through it for me, because did he not shoot his grandmother first? Because he lived with his grandmother, didn't he? He shot his grandmother first. This is my understanding. I'm basing this on what Uni told us on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But he shot his grandmother first, and then he went off. He went to the school. And what happened there? I mean, did he just go in and just start firing indiscriminately? Or what were going on? Were it lesson time? Were it recess or break or whatever?
I don't know all the fucking details. I really don't know all the details, Jay, because do you know what? My focus, is elsewhere in the world, and I've just been following that in passing, right? And listening to what other commentators are saying about it. And but the grandmother survived, thankfully, right? She actually survived. So
yeah.
But thankfully she fucking managed to survive. But apparently this was going on in the school. Like somebody mentioned in the chat there that the shooting was going on for 20 minutes. No, it was going on for 40 minutes. A whole 40 minutes, and the cops were there within something like fucking 5 or 6 minutes. And nobody entered. Nobody went into the school. Nobody went in to fucking challenge this little cunt, right? 40 minutes, that little bastard was fucking running rampage. Parents go outside losing their fucking nut. losing their fucking and quite rightly so, you know, and wondering why the fucking cops were standing down and not going in and dealing with the situation. You can imagine what it was like. Like your parents sitting outside the school, you're hearing these fucking shots going off, and the cops are there, and nobody's doing fuck all, right? Nobody. What the fuck is wrong with police in America? Are have they become cowardly? Are they afraid? Since George fucking Floyd, should I don't even know if I should fucking mention his name in case you fucking channel get the boot or something. You know, I best be careful with fucking names I mention as well too. Like, there's something really fucking stinking about this whole fucking thing. The cops should have been in there and deal with the fucking problem because there was shots going off clearly. He was in there for fucking 40 minutes. There was no way this was a hostage situation. You know, no way. Because I think they have I think they have they deal with things quite differently depending on if it's a hostage situation or an active shooter. You know, but I think it was clear that there was an active shooter, so um, the cops should have been in there. This is going to become a big fucking deal because, you know, this is being discussed quite widely now in America about why the inaction from the police. So we're just going to have to watch and wait. You know, Jay. That's that. You know, that's as much as I fucking know, which is probably as much as you fucking know. You know?
Yeah, I mean, on gun control, again, it's something that don't really affect me. I can't have a gun, right? Unless I jump through all sorts of hoops, and then I can only have a fucking shotgun under whatever. And so it's just not. It's not something um, it's not something that's really got any effect on my life at all, in a direct way. So, I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, on gun control, Americans seem really desperate to keep hold of the guns, and I can't blame them. To be fair, I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've only got to look at Australia to see what happens when what you can do when you disarm a population.
Yeah. It'd be a big mistake, in my opinion, for the American people to fall to this fucking pandering. Because we don't know what's going on here with this fucking case. It could be a setup, it might not be. Who the fuck knows? At the end of the day, you give up your guns, you're leaving yourself open to attack from fucking nefarious governments, you know, and that's the way they work this, you know. Anywhere where there's been gun confiscations, you will see like the people get attacked and you lose control, you know. There's no doubt about this, you know. Look at any country where there's been great upheavals, like there was usually a disarmament of the people beforehand. You know? So I think but like my sense is, you know, the American people are not stupid, you know, and they're not going to give up their fucking guns. Not at least the ones I follow, and there's an awful lot of really, really good gun owners in America. They're very, very responsible. They take the business very, very seriously, and they train their children to be responsible and very, very serious when they're handling these weapons. And you know, and there was an interesting point brought out about where most of the gun crime comes from in America, and it would appear that a lot of the serious gun crime is coming from illegal guns, which can be bought. And you know yourself, like in England, like it's probably the same as it is in Ireland. You can really easily access illegal guns on the black market, you know, and this is probably the same in every fucking country. Like the criminals have no fucking problem getting guns, you know.
Mm. That's the problem, isn't it? If you take guns off good people, the bad people are going to have them anyway, aren't they? It's not like you could.
Yeah.
It's in a country the size of America, and the amount of guns that there's out there, to just be a fucking right, you know, an industry gone, a full industry's gone. I know it's only small fucking fry compared to military contracts and stuff like that, but yeah, it's killing an whole industry.
And I think Dinny is making a good point there in the chat there about gun crime in the USA is very low. And I think in general it probably is, because if you take the demographic of the USA, it's not a massive population, like, you know, it's not a population the size of China, but it's quite what they've got, like about maybe 300 million people, maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
And I think if you take that into consideration, I think in general their gun crime is probably on the low side, you know, considering the demographic, you know, that
Yeah,
the
per capita.
population. Yeah, per capita, great. Well done, Jay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because 350 million. I think it's about 350. I remember it being 300, but it's probably about 350 million now.
It's
Oh,
probably
it's
more. It's probably a lot more with the open border policy, you know, and because I don't think they have any fucking clue anymore how many people are coming in illegally, and I think that's the state of affairs in America right now, that they have no clue about the true population, you know. Yeah.
yeah.
That's where we are. It could be four. Who knows? It could be 4 million, you know?
Yes, well, we can't see. I can't see that changing any time soon. For a start, it's a fucking monumental task, isn't it, to disarm that everybody. So yeah, it's
You can't disarm them because if you go, you know, if you what are you going to do? You're going to send the army out. No, I think what they done in what they attempted to do in most countries was that like there was like an amnesty, or where people voluntarily give up their guns. I think that's how it normally works, where people voluntarily agree to give up their arms and stuff. But that's how it starts, you know, and it goes from there.
yeah. Yes. Well, so what about Ukraine? Are we still all right with us Ukraine flags outside his house, and I stand with Ukraine as as Nazi symbols everywhere? We're all right with that. It's
For
gone quiet. I've not
Ukraine.
heard of really.
Oh, Ukraine is fucking. It's bombing away, man. It's really bombing away. It's getting quite intense now, and maybe that's why you haven't heard anything about it, because do you know what? Russia are kicking the crap out of these fuckers, and I feel so sorry for them, you know, in a way, because a lot of the people have been conscripted. You know, the vast majority of them are not Azov, they're not Nazis, you know, but they've had no fucking choice. Like as you probably know, or probably well aware, that like most men between the ages of say 14 and 60 have not been allowed to leave the country, you know, and they're being forced to fight, you know, and you know, you either fight or what, you get incarcerated or shot, you know. That's the situation these poor fucking guys are in, man, you know. So you know, as much as I don't, I have my sensibilities say they're a Nazi fucking country, but like, you know, and that's not right either, because most of the people are just ordinary fucking people trying to get through daily fucking
Yeah, of
life,
course
you
they
know.
are. Yeah, yeah.
You know, and a lot of these poor men are just getting slaughtered right now, because you know they're in a situation where they get shot by the Russians, or they get shot by their own. And I imagine the biggest the, I imagine the biggest thought a lot of these people have is, how the fuck am I going to surrender without getting fucking shot by my own? And it's not going to be easy where they are, you know. I think the main battle at the moment is around Lysychansk and Severodonetsk, and the Russians are just like grinding on, like, you know, day in, day out. They're not in any great fucking hurry. They're just tearing them to pieces. Like, I'm here.
They probably. I mean, they, like you say, it's always the people that fucking suffer. That, you know, the people at the bottom that suffer the fucking most. And these like, I was just going to just say something fucking ridiculous, like nobody wins a war, or fucking whatever. But these fucking fat cunts who fucking selling arms to every fucker and both sides, and causing all this conflict, they do win that fucking war, don't they? Everyone else loses, but they fucking win.
I don't know what's going on, man, because none of this makes any sense, Jay. None of it makes any fucking sense. Even your Boris Johnson, he's so fucking bogged down in this Ukraine shit. He's not even paying attention to what's going on in England, or or the problems that are going on, which are war related. Like, it's all Ukraine, 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 and this is like the whole West narrative. Ukraine. This is like their big fucking thing, and it's a nothing burger. It doesn't mean fucking, because they're not going to be able to do anything about this. So why are they still prattling on about it? Russia are going to take it. The question is, how much of Ukraine are they going to fucking take? And I, I have my thoughts on this, now, and I'm not basing this on anything, only what the Russian objective is, which is the denazification and the demilitarization of Ukraine. And which to me says, when they're finished over in the east, and it's going to be finished in the east very, very shortly, I'd say within the next month or two, that job is going to be finished and the east will be secured. I think they're going to continue on and take out the west. And because I don't know if you've been following, but Poland have been lining up, and they've got their eye on a piece of northwestern Ukraine, and
Right.
and,
No, I
and
didn't
they
know that. I knew they were talking about getting involved, but I didn't know that they were after a piece of Ukraine.
well,
Bearing in mind their history, I mean, it's a bit fucking rich, isn't it?
well, you have to think about it. Like, the part of Ukraine that the Poles got their eyes on is Galicia, and the city of Lviv is part of that district, that area, and that's historically Polish territory, right? So they have a rightful claim, right? It's what they're saying is, it's not without some foundation in historic,
But it
you
was
know,
the same with Poland and Germany in World War II. I mean, it wasn't as if when Germany invaded what was then called Poland, that part of Poland, it was previously it was previous part of Germany, but it had been given to Poland as part of the Treaty of Versailles. That's my understanding of it, anyway.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
there were people in there that were native Germans that essentially were just were Germans, and they were getting massacred. So
Yeah.
it's the same situation as the start of World War II, really. I mean,
But if you, yeah, if you look at that part of the world, and you know what, it's one of the most volatile parts of the world. If you go way back, even to the Huns, right? you know, go back to Attila the Hun, and this is one of the most contested areas of the whole of Europe that you could imagine. Like, it's been the focal point of countless wars, and it's always in turmoil, always. So, and what I'm saying about Poland having a say in what happens with Ukraine, and they have a valid claim, but also Hungary. And you may have noticed there, I put out a post there about a few days ago about Hungary going into, they've initiated a state of war stance. So Hungary also have a claim to a part of Ukraine. And I
right.
can't remember. I can't remember the name of the area. It's kind of like it's only just come on my radar. I'll figure it out. And I'll be able to define this a bit better maybe the next time. But
But
I
but
just don't know.
Wouldn't Hungary be an odd one? Do you think that that's an opportunist sort of move from Hungary? Because I mean, Hungary is supposed to have kicked out the Rothschilds, aren't they? And the cabals out of the country. So I wouldn't have thought that they'd sort of be part of the gang. But again, it's another way that it's all weird and intertwining, and you never know
Well,
who's fucking who, do you?
no. Well, Hungary are in a freaking dodgy spot, right? Because Hungary, out of all the nations in Europe, they are the ones that don't go with the European narrative, right? They don't go along with any of this bullshit of teaching children about fucking shagging fucking guys up the arse and shit like that. And they hold on to their Christian values, but they're landlocked as well too. So they're kind of in a really, really odd little fucking position where they're the odd ones out in Europe. They're the only ones standing up to the nutcases in fucking Brussels. And Brussels are launching an all-out attack on them, and forcing them to put sanctions on fucking Russia and their gas, and they have no fucking way of getting gas and oil into their country, only through fucking Europe, who are fucking, they're getting Russian gas and oil, but through proxy to avoid the sanctions, right? So Europe is able to put they're able to what's the word I'm trying to search for here? They're able to manipulate Hungary in such a way that they can deprive them of gas and oil if they don't play the party line, right? So Hungary may have a motive for taking a piece of Ukraine. Maybe down the road it might give them some access to Russian gas and oil, which doesn't depend on a route coming from Germany or somewhere like that. It's hard to know how this is playing out because we're not aware of the full picture. But it's very, very fascinating what's going on. But Hungary do have a claim on a part of Ukraine, and Ukraine is dead, right? I know. I was in with my mum earlier on just to say hello, and it was on the news about this great battle that was going on with Ukraine in some particular region. I didn't pass any heed on it because I knew it was bullshit. It was just bullshit. It was just one of these little fucking offensives that they were just having a little bit of luck with. But the overall battle it's pretty clear. Ukraine is going down the toilet, and that's it. And time to accept it,
Yep, on its way down the toilet.
Yeah, it was fascinating there during the week. I think it was what's your man's name? Henry Kissinger over
All right, okay.
Yeah, he came out there during the week at Davos, right? And he made the point that it's time now for Ukraine to start making deals with Russia, and because the fate of Europe is in the balance, right? And he's dead right. I don't think this is going the globalist way. Kissinger, he's a big fucking globalist. He's one of the main orchestrators of just about everything which has happened since the 1960s. He's a real war hawk. And he's one of the good boys. And when he's saying this, people need to be listening. It's time for Ukraine to shut the fuck up and make a deal, or it's finished, or it's gone. That's it. It'll be over forever for Ukraine.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is, isn't it? Do you think that's going to be the end game, though? Eventually, anyway, it's going to be sort of split up and divided up amongst fucking whoever, a bit like Germany were.
It looks like it might be divided up between Hungary, Poland, and Romania, because there's the southwestern part of Ukraine is traditionally Romanian as well too. So it's very, very complicated. It's very, very complicated. So who knows? What I see happening is that it will be divided up between 2 or 3 different countries, and it will become the new buffer zone. And I think Russia will accept that, but I have a funny feeling Russia are not going to stop what they're doing. I think they're going to denazify and demilitarize the whole west of Ukraine. When they're finished in the east, I think they're going to. I just got this feeling that they're going to finish the job, and then they'll give it to Poland and Hungary. And God help them if they get involved now, because I think that would be a big mistake. Because I think they're going to put a painted target on their backs. Russia, NATO won't back them. NATO won't back Poland. That's why Poland are going in on their own accord.
Right. Okay.
Poland,
So they're trying to get into gang by going and proving themselves essentially.
No, they're going in on
their own
on
interests. Right. Okay.
It's their intention to go in on their own without NATO. Okay, and that saves NATO face. It doesn't drag NATO into the conflict directly, even though they are behind it. But at the same time, they will have to accept the consequences also, I think, if they make a bad move here. And I think it'll be a bad move to interfere with what Russia are doing. And that's my thoughts on it, Jay. That's
It's interesting though, isn't it? It really is interesting though in what's going on and this game that's being played out in front of us. Unfortunately, it's with real fucking lives and real victims and real people. But the game itself is a thing of such tentacles and so intricate and everything that it's just a fucking plate of a really thin spaghetti. Even in Retro Landscape, who says the great Jason got you live for once. I don't know about that. I know you got me live, but I don't know about the great. But anyway, nice to see you. New name on me. I don't know if you've perhaps got a different one. New Bean says, "What is no one talking about Bulgaria, Romania, Albania, former Yugoslavia these days, or Greece, Spain, Italy? What happens there? It's true. I mean, we're not really seeing. Have you heard about any of them people?
Yeah, been hearing bits and pieces.
Didn't Bulgaria weren't they supposed to be having the gas cut off?
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I think Europe, the whole European Union, is starting to realize they've walked themselves into a big fucking problem, and this has just been realized now. Even the fucking Germans, the Germans are getting so fucked up about this now. They've decided to reopen their coal mines and stuff like that, right? So it's interesting, right? Hold on. Oh, I had to sneeze, man. I had to sneeze. But Germany are reopening their coal plants, and so there we go. All their greenness and stuff like that is going out the fucking window because they realize the fucking quagmire they're in, and this is going to become apparent. And I'll tell you what, Russia are really pissed off. They're really pissed off, but they're not going to fucking launch nukes or anything like that. They're going to hurt. When they shut everything off, and they're going to shut everything off, and that's when the pain is going to hit. So at the moment, like all these European countries, they've opened up their Gazprom accounts. They're converting their euros into rubles to get this fucking gas. So they're probably going to try build up their gas reserves. But at some stage, when these contracts run out with Russia are going to say, look, we're going to have nothing more got to do with you now. These contracts are finished. We're going to dissolve it now, and that's it. We're going to sell all our fucking oil and gas to India and China and places like that. Partners, friends, friendly nations, right? So and at the moment, like Europe are just going to have to fucking play the game because Russia are like honorable. They're quite honorable in their contracts, and it's like the way they're being cut off, like from paying for paying the bondholders in America, like and places like that, and they're trying to fucking screw fucking Russia and get them into a financial quagmire, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to work. I think that the term that they're going to use is like it's going to be called a force majeure, which is like they have no other fucking choice but to default on their contracts. They were given no option but to default on their contracts. And even though the money is there to pay the bondholders, so I don't think that's going to work too well for the West either. So I don't know what's going to happen in the long run. The way I see it is like all the oligarchs in Europe and America are going to have to be gotten rid of, and there's going to have to be some sort of like reconciliation with Russia and China. Whether you like them or don't like them, there's going to have to be some sort of reconciliation because it's going to be a disaster without it.
Yeah. But they seem to be walking us fucking straight into this. It's all crazy stuff, man. It really is all crazy stuff. Yeah, peasants get sacrificed. Chess game, says New Being. The peasants get sacrificed. We are the prawns in this chess game, this game of chess. So, I mean, we can't stop the war on his own, but we can laugh about it and hope that everybody else fucking realizes just it's a load of fucking shit, and to stop fucking these flags and stuff like that. Oh my god! I was talking to. I told you. I think I told you the other day. I was talking to somebody outside. Outside swimming baths, and I was saying to him, "What's with this fucking Nazi flag?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I'm sick of it now. It's fucking doing me head in and all this shit."
Yeah, yeah. Who is the I want to ask a question from the chat there from BB. Who Shabad's boy? Shabad's boy. That sounds Israeli. Do you want to give a little bit more information? Putin is Shabad's boy, BB. Don't mind. I'll keep an eye out
Putin
for
is
you.
Shadat. Who's that? Is he a Saudi? Is that?
Shabad's. It sounds Israeli. I kind of I think it's more like Russia have sort of like taken over Israel, not the other way around. I don't know, but maybe he'll get back to us.
Maybe he
Shabbat,
will.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
if Uni were here, he'd have a proper fucking go, wouldn't he? I mean, what?
Oh,
He,
Shabbat
he,
Lubavitch,
he'd fuck-
the Shabbat Lubavitch movement to get Ukraine to be on the new Jerusalem, the hub of the new Belt and Road. Yes, baby. I am aware of that. Like, but it depends on who you listen to. Like, if you're listening to Brendan O'Connell, that would appear to be the end objective, like that the Belt and Road and the world island. He who controls the world island controls the world. Yes, there may in fact be some truth to that. But like other commentators, like Alexander Mercouris, wouldn't pass any much heed on that, and would dismiss that type of sort of like a direction that the world is heading. So I would say that it would depend on who you're listening to, BB. I don't know. I couldn't state definitively myself. You know, I depend on other commentators for what I think I know. That, you know, I hope that helps.
New Bean says, oh, someone put Nanu as well. I think they were talking about Shabbat. I think they were getting mixed up with Shazbat. That were what's it? Mork from Orson. Come in, Orson. That's not how you fucking sit in a chair, is it? Fucking hell, man. New Bean says, like Vinny Eastwood says, we need to laugh and have fun while being distinguished. Something like that. Vinny Eastwood. Oh, problem is, his laugh is he's got the worst fake laugh ever. He just can't. He's like, ha ha, bloody hell. I can't even do fucking accent. I can't even do accent right. I say I go South African. I always go South African. It's where I always go. Oh, dear me. Yeah, Vinny Eastwood. I wonder if he'll come on. I bet I could get him on. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it?
Vinny, was he the New Zealand guy? Was he?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he ever get out of fucking prison? Did he? He got sentenced to home incarceration, didn't he?
I
For
think so.
protest.
Yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
then he ditched his wife and kid, didn't he? And then fucking took up with another bird and that. And
No
I ain't
way.
seen no since.
Okay,
He's
right.
been on the show. We've had Vinny on the show a couple of times. He's all right, but
I used to listen to him. You know, it's like I used to listen to him a bit. You know, but not too much. You know.
yeah. Well, listen. He does his thing, doesn't he? He's the only voice in the wilderness over there in New Zealand. Like I say, he got done for summer. He got done for doing something or other. Tit and Bum Tabloid says, "Can we get Max Egan back on?" I'll try. Listen, I'll try. I don't even know if I'd want to talk to Max. I don't know. Dinny's a huge Max Egan fan, whereas Dinny's not, because I asked him what he thought of Max Egan, and he said, "Well, I don't mind him. I go for a pint and I'd have a chat with him, but I won't suck his big, fat, juicy, delicious cock."
Yeah, I remember that. That was good. That was good. Look, Max is all right. He's probably a fucking arsehole, but I don't know.
Listen, I don't know either. Listen, he's been on this show. I've spoke to Max loads of times. There's loads of shows. There's a few shows with Max on. And he's always all right. He's always pleasant enough. I'll tell you what he used to do, which like when I cared about wanting to get more fucking viewers, when I used to care about that back in the day, like when me and Andy started. What really fucking pissed me off is he'd fucking download your video. So we did a live like this. He'd download it off your website and upload it to his, so nobody fucking came to watch it on yours. On your YouTube channel, they'd watch it on his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there you go. There's something just not quite right there. That's been my sense of him for a good while. Even though but you know what? I listen to him less and less and less now, and that says a lot, And he's almost like, as far as I'm concerned, he's approaching David Icke territory with me.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, and I have nothing against David Icke either, because
Me neither, mate. No, neither.
Yeah.
But just as long as people know what they are, you know David Icke as well as fucking Piers Morgan, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know David Icke as much as you know Piers Morgan, so you can have a completely fucking different view of somebody you don't really know, don't actually know. So, yeah.
You never know anybody, Jay, do you? Really, at the end of the fucking day, you never know anybody. No.
And you could be a mad, violent murderer. You could be fucking pitched out in your tent and keep going out at middle at night and killing people in deepest, darkest island. I don't fucking know. It looks a bit sus. You know what I mean? You look a bit suspect. You look like you're a fucking either a gamekeeper or a poacher.
Could be both.
Hey, wouldn't that be alive? Max said. Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I'm just reading some of these comments here. BB Rebozo. Max said it was going to shift in 2012. What's that? What we're going to shift? The pole or something?
His bowels.
I don't know. Max, is it true that Max is a tax evading gnome-headed cock-nosed bullshitter who is hiding out in Mexico? I don't know. I think he were in Mexico last time I saw out of him. I think I saw a video that somebody had posted up. Yeah, but it was supposed to be going out next day or something. But anyway,
I think he was with the dollar vigilante for a little while, but I'm not sure that lasted too long.
Right.
He went somewhere, and I assume he was with the dollar vigilante. And I did watch him the odd time, but not too much because it just annoys me. But
who's dollar vigilante? Is that fucking Gerald Salente?
No, that can't annoys me. Fuck.
They all fucking annoy me. They're all fucking same. They're all same. They're all fucking they annoy me. I mean, by all means, I watch some fucking terrible shit that you wouldn't even fucking dream of watching. I watch fucking YouTube videos of fucking speed cubing competitions. So I'm fucking, I'm not exactly like Mr. Fucking interesting that I watch stuff. But I don't know. Dollar Vigilante,
Retro is saying their Dollar Vigilante was the Bitcoin boy. Yeah, he's the Bitcoin fucking boy. Yeah. He is. He's all into crypto, and he's one of these pumpers and dumpers, and he's making millions and this, and he probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. But I don't like all these influencers, you know. I just they just they just annoy me, right? They really fucking do. Like Gerald, I just turned off from him there just a couple of months ago because he was all peace and fucking love, like, but you knew when he was fucking talking, he was just angry, 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 angry about fucking everything, you know. And I used to have to sit here with the fucking, I'd have my mouse over my fucking volume slider, and it says because every fucking 2 seconds he'd be going into one of his angry spurts. You'd have to turn him down, and then next thing you know, it's too fucking low. Then when he calms down, you have to fucking turn it back up. So I says, "Fuck off, you fucking noisy, annoying owl bastards!" And just some of these influencers, they annoy me at times. So I switch off.
Fucking influencers. Fucking hell. If someone fucking called me a fucking influencer, I fucking. It is. It's the ultimate fucking. It's the ultimate fucking. Yeah. The ultimate
They have
insult.
huge followings. They have huge followings, like, you know, massive, you know, and they've all got an angle, you know. They've all got something to sell, you know, which is good, you know. Like, I mean, Gerald has the Trends Journal, and it's probably quite good. I don't know. I've never bought it. I never invested in it because I'm not an investor. You know, it's not my thing. I know how it works, and but it's not my fucking thing. I don't have the funds to do that sort of shit, you know. So maybe in the future I might be able to do a bit of investing, and but I do have. I've learned enough to know how to fucking do it anyway. At least if that option becomes available, you know. But investing for most of us is like fucking out of the question, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course it is. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking getting into all that stuff. I mean, there's a fucking woman over on my Facebook, and she started off, and it were all fucking Jesus and prayer groups, and you know, going to it were all this wholesome stuff. I don't even know how she were on my fucking Facebook, but she popped up with friends with me, and it went from Jesus in a matter of time. It went from Jesus to fucking bitcoins, cryptos. So it's like they get people in, they drag people in, and then it's the sell. It's the this is what I'm fucking flogging you. You know, and there's all these people that have followed her and been listening to what she's been saying about Bible and stuff like that, and then she's gone to investments, but it always happens. You see it fucking million
Yeah.
times on. People still fucking fall for it. Andy fell for it on here, crypto with fucking OneCoin, where John Hamer were touting OneCoin on this show, and Andy put all his fucking gold. He got gold, not gold. He got silver bars and precious metals. He got a bit of gold, and he fucking cashed it all in and bought all this fucking OneCoin, and
Oh
it
my
just
god.
it were a fucking. I said I weren't. I got gifted some, but that were it. I never fucking invested anything in it at all, and it was just a Ponzi scheme. And I to this day think that's why he fucking left. I think he didn't like it. I think he didn't like the fact that he'd introduced listeners to that because
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
had put a load of money into it. Some people had
Look,
put money into it.
all these cryptos, they're great if you know how to get in and how to get out, but you can't sell this shit to the average person, you know. You can sell it, right? Okay, you can say, oh, this fucking coin is going to fucking moon. But that's not how it fucking works. That's not how the markets work, and that's definitely not how the crypto fucking markets work. And you have to fucking learn how to watch the markets. If you want to fucking mess in that, it's a minefield. It really is a fucking minefield, and it's full of fucking sharks. And sharks that know how to pump it and how to fucking dump it. And you are going to easily end up in a fucking situation where you are left holding a fucking bag that you cannot afford. unless you know a little bit of basics about how to fucking trade. Look, if you don't want to take an interest in how to fucking trade, don't invest in fucking cryptos because it's a waste of fucking time. You'll just lose your fucking ball sack. You know? And that's just the way it fucking works. But there is a
Well,
way.
listen, everyone can do what they fucking want. That's how I see it. Everyone can do what they want. I'm not saying. I don't think I'd fucking wanted to invest in it because I would just. There were people saying to me, and it didn't feel right to me, so I just didn't invest any money into it. So yeah,
You were spot on, man. Good choice, man.
Um,
Don't get involved. Don't get involved in this shit, man. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, well, I mean that was just my choice. I mean, someone else might have done something else, and someone might have made a mint. I know John Hamer did make a bit of money on it, but
Yeah. Oh, you can make a lot of fucking money, Jay, if you knew how to get in and how to get out at the right fucking time.
I
How
don't
many
even.
people?
I don't think he even fucking. I don't think he ever got it all cashed out. I think it were all just there, and now it's all fucking frozen.
How many people do you know over the years who invested in stocks and shares on the promise that they'd fucking make a fortune, and then end up in a point down the fucking road where the company went bust and the shares ended up being worth nothing? How many do you know?
No, I don't. I don't know anybody that's. Well, I know there one person that I know that's invested. That I know that's invested. Then it went tits up. So that's it's just a fucking waste of time. You're not fucking winning at the end, are you? No matter what. I mean, you might get odd occasion, you might get odd person who makes some money out of it. Good luck to them. That's fine. But
Actually, if you know how to read the markets, if you know how to read the chart, if you know how to read a market chart, if you're familiar with going on onto one of the say coin market cap and you're able to read one of those charts that they put up and you take the highest and the lowest prices, you can make a lot of fucking money if you know what you're doing, you know. But don't go into this blindly and without knowing how to get out. For sure, get in. You can make a lot of money on shit coins. This is the fact. You can make an awful lot of money on shit coins.
Mm.
You buy them for fucking feck all, and all of a sudden they might pump, and you got to know when to fucking dump those fuckers when they reach the fucking price that you've identified as the get out. Otherwise it's pointless getting into this. It's trading. It's you got to understand how to trade, and all the information is out there. Anybody who wants to get into this shit, by all means, go for it. You can make a lot of fucking money, but you got to understand how to trade, and that's all I'll say about fucking blockchains and all these coins and even stocks and shares. It's the same deal. Know when to get in and know when to get out safely.
Yeah. Mm. Anyway, I've been. That's it. I think we're just about done. We've got about a minute left. I just want to say, everyone in chat room's been fucking marvelous tonight. Really funny. Fucking, they were saying I were a rapper or something or other. In fact, I've seen a lot of things with Jason is at tonight, or Jason looks like it, or I don't know if I like it.
It's been a good, lively chat for sure. As always, Jay. I love this chat. It's really like
it's better show, isn't it?
It's great. I love this chat.
I'd say that I read through it. Afterwards I read through all chat, but I don't. I just want to catch because you know me. You all fucking know me already, right?
Look,
I'm far too fucking lazy to be rich. So all that fucking crypto stuff.
You couldn't read through all that chat anyway. It's too much, It's crazy. It's good, but it's crazy.
We'll finish on Tit and Bum Tabloid. He says, they say Jason is my favourite content creator. There you go. There was a dyslexic devil worshipper who sold his soul to Santa. Macho has been twizzling his.
It was funny the other night. You know when you fucked off the after show,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I ended up getting pissed off with fucking Dinny balls. The cunt,
You did
man.
get pissed off with Dinny,
I
did you?
did. I did. I got pissed off at the fucking cunt, right? He just kept going on and on and on. And he kept butting in, man. He kept fucking butting in and talking over me. So I says, right, you fucking cunt. Fuck off. I'm gone. See you later. It was funny. But anyway, sorry, Denny. I was tired. I was actually tired. And, you know, at least with Jason, you get an early warning sign. Jason normally goes onto the Rubik's cube and his eyes start going a little bit red, you know. But me, I don't have a warning sign. I don't have a tell.
There we go. Anyway, if you want to come on after show, there you go. I've put the link in the chat. You can come on and talk or listen. I don't know how many's going to be there. Uni's usually here. He's not here tonight, and neither is Tony. Didn't come the other night. I don't know if he's going to be coming on. Denny's in there. He'll probably be in there, but he'll fucking probably. I'm going to have to fucking mute him again or remove him at least.
Oh yeah, you get to mute him,
fucking mute him overnight. Jesus Christ! I wish people could hear it. You know, it won't be able to fucking put up with.
We'll have to start doing a special recording of the after show.
Yeah, I'd have to tell people that it won't be as juicy. All right then. Cheers, Jimmy, mate. It's been fantastic. Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks to everybody who's not been joining the chat room. It doesn't matter. I hope you've stuck it out to end anyway. So you must have enjoyed it. I'll see you again on Tuesday. You know as much as I do about Tuesday's show. So take it easy, everybody. See you later. Take care now. Bye then. Cheers, Jim.